Hey, what's up, everybody? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is the infamous Kiki. Welcome to my channel. This is my second live, y'all. My second live. And we're going to watch Love After Lockup, Season 5, Episode 24, or Episode 2. This is Love During Lockup. This is a new season. Last week, I sat there and watched it live. I'm watching it live again. Most of y'all gonna watch it on the rewatch. That's fine. I watch it every week. And then I watch it live every week. And then I just report what I'm watching. Y'all can watch it with me. But I appreciate it. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Apparently, my live watches are great. I did a video also about online scams and online scammers. And also about a YouTube channel called Catfish. Make sure you please check that out. And I just appreciate everybody being here. Again, it's late at night, so I know most of y'all gonna watch it on a rewatch anyway. So I fast forward plus all the preliminary stuff. So let's get started. Let me turn it down a little bit. We're gonna start with Teeny and her man, the one with the cameras. Teeny and Rob. And you can't Oklahoma. Sorry, I got my snacks. I'm hungry. So last episode, Rob was like, I got something to tell you. So we're going to say.
I'm extremely excited about the fact that we're pretty close to Rob coming home.
And Rob was about to come home, apparently.
And help that it'll bring around the house. It's pretty big to me.
I want to know what Teeny do for a living.
Rob, come on. Rob, I'm about to change my mind. Rob and I work out together.
They work out together.
4 times a week.
This is the worst, lamest workout I'd ever seen. This workout is lame.
I don't want to laugh. The only thing that
It look lame.
that like he purposely makes the workout more intense than it has to be.
I need you to meet my mother for lunch tomorrow.
Why would I do that?
Okay. Now she got to meet his mother for lunch tomorrow. Apparently her and his mom don't have a relationship. A good relationship. Hi, Dustin. What's up?
The relationship is really you. You are the reason.
I got my snacks, y'all.
Today you told me to ask for that damn money back when you spoke. Does your mom even know that the reason I asked for that money back was because you told me to?
Oh.
Why is she mad at me and not you?
Oh. Apparently, you had to ask the mom for some money or something, and she mad.
Exactly.
Americans for Prosperity.
Commercial.
Millions at the local, state, and national levels.
So I don't understand why the mom was. So I guess.
Exactly why Kate doesn't like me. 4 years ago, Rob.
4 years ago.
To send money over to his mom, and that's exactly what I did. And then he thought about it for a minute and was like, tell my mom to send that money back. And
Okay, so 4 years ago, Teeny sent money over to Rob's mom, and then he told her to send the money back. You have a new internet going off of my Verizon data. Oh, okay.
But I can say that I am very hesitant. I just feel like I'm going to leave this lunch like I need.
Speaking of working out, I can't work out. I didn't tore my ACL, y'all. I just feel so dumb. I tore my ACL, so I gotta go see the doctor again tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, Monday. My leg is swollen and I can barely walk, so. Now we're off at Teeny and Rob because her seeing his mama just sounds like a setup.
Thanks, guys. I want to be in better shape when Michael gets out and not all flat and soft.
So then we're going to Joey and Michael. Joey's at the workout. He at the gym too.
I didn't sleep very well last night. I was working on these photos, but I'm scared of sending it to Sergeant because I'm scared it's going to get him in trouble.
So last week he had to send photos to go see
They want us to prove
Michael
that we had known each other before he got
to prove that they were knowing each other before
Photoshop a picture.
Michael got locked up.
They might cut off contact if they find out.
So he's scared because apparently he photoshopped some photos.
It's coming.
Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
Okay, babe.
So now Michael's
Sent that phone
calling.
over to the sergeant, so I hope I get approved.
Oh, yeah, that photo. That photo didn't look very good.
Oh, that Photoshop is terrible.
I looked at that picture, I'm like, oh no, please don't send that picture.
Oh, that was some bad Photoshop.
I already sent it in. Don't
He
know
did his
why.
best though.
Well, hopefully they don't pay too much attention to it when they're
Yeah, hopefully they don't pay too much attention. Because that Photoshop is horrible.
What are you doing today?
My mom just got back from Marino.
Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta meet mom tomorrow. That's gonna be weird. Are you gonna be all vacuuming?
She might be, but
Oh no, the mom apparently got issues.
I come from a family of 5. And it's
He's a family of 5.
somebody that can come and
Oh, he has a little brother.
that can have that relationship. I want Michael to be that person. And they don't know you yet, and they don't know what you're about. And so of course they're concerned about it.
So whatever dude you ever brought home with like a total douchebag or not?
I don't bring home a lot of dudes. I'm pretty picky.
Are you sure?
You're not picky though, so what's your body count?
Oh Lord, now they talking about body count.
Know that number to you?
Mm-mm.
Remember.
In here or out there too?
Yeah, I guess I do want to know your prison count.
Oh Lord, he wants to know the prison count. Child, what?
I'll say like 6 or 7.
6 or 7 in prison.
No, not this last time though, right?
No, not this time.
He like,
I want to know this question. What about outside?
he been in jail.
I got a high body count, just to be honest. It's ridiculous.
He said he got a high body count out of jail.
I am 40 years old. Of course it took 100.
He said it's over 100.
Okay, so you're done with that.
I am if you are.
He said, I am if you are. I love the gay dudes. The gay dudes is refreshing. I'm just like, okay.
You know,
I haven't ever told that to anybody, so feel special.
I like the gay guys. Because at least they honest about like their sexuality. Like they understand that like, okay, they've slept with a lot of people. And like these other people try to come off as they pious and they, oh, well, I've only had a few people. Come on now. If you live in that type of lifestyle in the streets, you damn well know, especially if you have a problem with illegal substances, then most likely you have had a lot of partners, a lot of intimate partners. So the idea, whether you be gay or straight, the idea that, you know, you just some angel and you're not going to ask these questions like, how many people have you been with? And the fact that the straight people, I don't ever see them asking these questions, at least not on camera. Then, you know, that should be a thing. At least the gay dudes is keeping it real. You know, they like,
have those conversations with them. I worry because I'm like, what am I doing?
and he's worried.
Now and be done with it. Instead of wait for him and then figure out a year and a half later he's going to do the same stupid.
Yeah, he's worried he's gonna get out and do the same stuff. But at least he honest. I mean, they honest about like who they been with and stuff like that.
I'll probably spend like $30,000 with you.
You don't deserve nothing like that. I'm like, Fred, are you using her for something?
Okay, it looks like we got somebody new coming up.
Like, look, everything that I just had planned is BS. I'm just tired.
This girl over here, the stripper, she be crying too much. She just cry all the time. Right.
We gotta hustle. I gotta get the kids.
You guys want to put on condoms?
Okay, I don't want to care about Matt Barnes and his Okay, now we're going to Shanta and True. They are new. I didn't see them on there last night. Hello, GSP. What's up? We're going to Shanta and True.
Together 1 to 5, like a 5.
What is she cooking? Some crab legs? Girl, what? What is she cooking? They ain't never seen each other in person.
There's no other way to explain why I love True the way I do other than my
They're in Independence, Missouri. Shanta's 35.
at my lowest point in my life when I felt like I was ready to give up, he was there. True went to prison for robbery, and he's in there for
robbery, theft, stealing, a whole crab boil. Yeah, I'm like, is that a whole crab boil? I hate seafood, so it's like, ugh. Girl, okay, we on a little commercial break. Yes, GSP. Your girl is a man down situation. I didn't tore my ACL. My leg is messed up. My left knee is messed up. And I probably gotta have surgery. So I'm wearing a leg brace. I'm like hobbling on a leg brace right now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So true. What happened? I accidentally fell in I waxed my floor and then I forgot I waxed it and I slipped and I didn't think anything of it. It wasn't like nothing dramatic. Like I just barely like slipped. I stumbled a little bit. Like I just stumbled a little bit. And then once I started walking, I'm like, ow. And then I started walking, I'm like, ow. And then my knee swelled up to the size of a watermelon. And they did an ultrasound and an x-ray and I ain't broken anything, but they just did an MRI. So I gotta go in on Monday. After I had an MRI on Friday. Let's see. But I think like they think I either tore my ACL or I have a torn meniscus. So we shall see. I'm trying to avoid surgery at all costs. So True, why does True hair look like that? Why is his braids like way back here, and then his hair is like right here, and then the braids are way back here? What that mean? What that mean, y'all? Explain to me.
He was like, well, I want to go with you. I'm going to go meet with a restaurant advisor to like find out kind of like the do's and don'ts and kind of how to like.
Oh, she wants to start her own restaurant. He's going bald. Oh, is that what that is? Oh, got it, girl. What is with the crab? Why they keep focusing on the crab over and over again? What is with the crab? Why they just...
I go back and forth if God or the devil put you on my path. Some days I don't know. I'll probably spend total probably like $30,000.
She spent $30,000?
I know it's also be worth it when you get out. It's my heart. I call him my big heart.
Okay, here comes her niece.
Monet!
And then her friend. Oh, her daughter. Okay, so everybody's trying to disguise the fact that he bald. All right. Why do they have bibs on that look... What? Is this... I'll be so confused by these people. Like, I don't know these black people. Like, I don't know. They have like whole bibs on. They got a crab on the front. What in the living heck is that? Why? And then they have gloves on. Why? I don't know. I don't eat crab. Y'all explain this to me. Okay, so she's stuck paying 2 mortgages. Yeah, I'll be on TV with gloves and a bib that looks like it's made for a 3-year-old. Like a toddler bib with a crab on it. Like, why? Why would I be on national TV like looking like this? Like, why? She paying 2 mortgages because she moved. Girl, that's just stupidity. That's just dumbness. That's financial stupidity.
He was on the phone, and he was like, I got a question for you, and then like my son yelled in front of me. True, that was like, what you married me?
He proposed for her kids. Her son is 16. Where is he at? Is he not in this episode?
I don't have a father around, so the only next person you could have went through will be JJ, my son.
I told him like life is not gonna be as adjusting as you think it is.
I just be so confused.
That's strange.
He think we ghetto.
You think we ghetto? You think we were actually
He a little ghetto too.
Yeah.
He
I'm
ghetto.
all the way ghetto.
Okay.
But his type is not black girl.
My auntie's clearly black. So in my mind, I'm like, red flag, red flag. What made you change your mind? What went on? Are you using her for something? Did you see something different?
Okay, so true white. He ain't never been with a black woman before. I'm confused. Like, what did they say?
I just want to make sure that you're not putting your.
And then why did? Okay, how old is her daughter? Let me pause. I don't understand people having grown conversations in front of their kids. Like my daughter could be 18 years old. She could be like 30. Like I'm maybe because I'm old school, but I don't have these grown relationship conversations in front of my kids. I don't care if my kid is 40 years old. I don't care if I'm 70 and my kids is 30. I just feel like I'm not gonna have like talks about my relationship in front of my children, because to me that's something that they don't need to know about. That's just something that has to do with my life. So unless it's something that involves them or affects them, maybe. But I just don't understand people just sitting up here talking about love and relationship, and I don't care how old my kids is. I'm not gonna sit up and talk about my relationship in front of my children. Like this grown people stuff, like my kids don't need to know about. Like I talk with my friends, not my daughter. Like and her daughter looks pretty young, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna be up here talking about this in front of my daughter and crying in front of my daughter. Like I just feel like keep a child in a child's place. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm old school like that. Like my grandmother and my mama had conversations even as adults. Like even me being grown, there's conversations that me and my mom never had because it had to do with her personal life. And I feel like her personal life is her personal life. Like it ain't really. It's like, okay, you need to stay out. If it affected me and our family, then yeah. But I don't want to know who my mama dating or having relations with, and then it ain't got nothing to do with me. I feel like I'm her child and I need to stay in a child's place. Like some people be too familiar. I didn't grow up like that. I didn't grow up where I'm friends with my parents and shit. Like we cool. Like okay, so now we getting into the simp. Oh, I'm sorry, not the simp. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. This is what's his face. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to this simp. Wait a minute. Greenwich, New Jersey. So this is old dude in Kansas. He done bought her Valentino sandals, a Louis Vuitton bag, $1,000 cell phone, Chanel sunglasses, a $250 necklace. And then he ripped the thing off the Louis Vuitton bag. Are we sure that is a real Louis V bag and not a knockoff? So Andrew and Candace, he done bought her like $2,000-$3,000 worth of stuff for some prison chick. Yeah, that is a fake bag. Ain't no Louis V bag gonna rip up like that. Now come on, y'all. Y'all know that's a fake. Y'all know that's a fake Louis V bag. That's a fake bag. Ain't no Louis V bag that the thing gonna rip off like that. I doubt it. Even though I don't know designer labels because I don't wear designer labels. Sorry. I ain't got no designer labels in my closet. Never have, never will. Can't afford them. This is stupid. I'm not into designer labels and all that ish. And again, was this her? It had to be her idea because most dudes don't know the difference between Louis V and most dudes is not like, okay, I'm gonna get her these shades, and most dudes is not that hip to it. Yeah, it wouldn't rip so easily.
And the tab came off in my hand.
Oh, you said the dust bag it comes in isn't the real type. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't think no Louis V come in no bag like that. So she on the phone telling him, make sure you get something to eat. Make sure you get this. Like I said, if I knew I had to just go to prison to get a man, that's all I had to do was go to prison. That's all I had to do. And I could get a fake Louis V bag. And I could get $250 worth of shit. I'm in the wrong line of work, y'all. I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing everything wrong. Everything wrong. Let me pause the video. Everything. I'm in the camera. Everything wrong. Baby, I was married and I didn't get no Louis V and no, not that I cared about that. My husband knew I didn't care about that. But I'm just like, is this what I gotta do? I gotta go to jail and get some simp? I ain't never dated no with no simping ass dude. Let me tell y'all something before I turn on the video. My ex tried to tell me the last week. Yeah, my ex tried to tell me like, will women control everything? I told my ex, I looked at my ex, I said, women control what? What do women control? I told my ex, I said, Mark, what the fuck? When have I ever controlled anything? I had to read him real quick. I'm like, look, MFer, we had a whole relationship where you were getting all the good. When you were getting everything that you wanted in a relationship, and I wasn't getting nothing. You have the nerve to tell me that women control. I said women control. I said, hold on, I gotta sit down. Wait a minute. I gotta hear this. I said, women control what? I said, how in the hell can you even fix your mouth to say some foolishness like that to me? When I had a relationship with you where I was ignored. Well, you treated me, I didn't get no Louis V bag. I went through 2 Christmases and MF, you didn't even get me nothing on Christmas. Get the nonsense that men believe. I'm like, you have a lot of nerve to tell me that women control. I said, I ain't never controlled nothing in my life in no relationship. Well, my marriage, it was mutual, was 50-50, right? But for my ex to sit up there, my ex, who I had to leave and break up with because I was lonely in my relationship, my ex, who ain't never bought me nothing, really, in our relationship, that I ain't never controlled nothing, I ain't never owned, I've never had no hold over my ex. My ex wanted to do whatever he wanted to do, and I had to break up with him 3 times to get him to do a dose of Acra. I had the nerve to tell me, well, women control the relationship with what? With what, MFer? With what? Because out of all the love and all the sex and all the understanding that I gave my ex, it still wasn't enough to get him to treat me the way I should have been treated. Because I was loyal and I was faithful and I was kind and I was all that. And to have a motherfucker turn around and tell me that well, women control everything. I said, what have I controlled? When have I controlled you? I couldn't even get you to treat me right. Like, that hurt my feelings so bad. Like, what have I controlled? What do women control? And I hear men say this all the time, like, women, we control anything. You can't get a man to do anything that they don't want to do. A man do what he want to do. A women don't control nothing. A person do whatever they want to do, whether they be male or whether they be female. The idea that somehow women, we have control over a relationship is the stupidest shit I done ever heard in my life. And my ex said that to me last week. And I was like, because we were talking about this show. That's what it relates to this show. And I was like, these women get this and get that. And they were like, well, women, I said, women do. I almost fell off the chair. I said, control who? Control who? Who, Mark? Who am I controlling? I said, I ain't never controlled you. Ain't nothing, everything I ever did that can make you act right or make you stay. I said, so please don't tell me that women control anything and that women lead the relationship. And I said, how? Because men try to pretend that they simple and they not. Oh, all men needs is just for you to feed me and F me. And ladies, don't let men up here telling you that men are simple, because they not. Anyway, I just had to share that real quick because that rubbed me the wrong way. That all men out here are simping for women. They're not. There are men out here that got good women who love them and care for them, and they run roughshod over their asses. There are men out here who got women who treat them like dirt, and they worship the effing ground they walk on. They got crazy bitches in their house, and they just, oh, well, honey, whatever you want to do, So I'm like, please don't tell me. It depends on the type of person. But no, fellas, women don't control nothing. The men who say that, that's either their personality to be run over, or they want to believe that. But women don't have it easier in relationship. My ex tried to tell me. I told my ex, I said, when have I ever had it easy in a relationship? Even when I was married, it wasn't easy. I had to work. We both mutually worked together. But I've dated enough men to know that I've never had it easy in a relationship. I've never had no MFers falling at Kiki's feet, just snapping my fingers, and this motherfucker's just jumping. I said, and if men think that, they're sorely mistaken. Because women, that's not the lives that we live. The lives that we live is women out here getting dogged out, working hard. That's the lives that we live. That we get pushed down, marginalized, hurt emotionally, physically, emotionally, intimately by men. And I'm not saying all men are like this. I'm not saying that all men do this. But the idea that the narrative being pushed that women, we control something, or we just snap our fingers and my first come jumping, that's not the truth. It's not. It's hard out here for us. Yeah, we get DV'd a lot too, all the time. That we just have men falling at our feet, and that all we got to do is offer up a little sex, and then all of a sudden men just gonna come back with their nose open. That is the most biggest line of bullshit I've never heard. It don't matter what you giving good top, you giving good bottom. It don't matter. You will still get cheated on. It don't matter if you look like Beyonce. It doesn't matter if you were the most beautiful, sexiest woman on the effing planet. He will leave you. He will cheat on you. He will do whatever the hell you want to do. It don't matter how good, how kind, how Christian, how sweet, how faithful, how sexy you are, how you just giving it up. I said, that ain't never had a man. Don't tell me. And for my ex to tell me that, and knowing that our history of 5 years together, I said, I don't even want to. I said, and when have I ever gotten everything that I wanted out of this relationship? When have I gotten everything that I deserve? And he just looked at me, right. So shut the fuck up. Because I ain't never got everything that I deserved. And I said, if I got everything that I deserved and everything that I wanted, I would be sitting at home raising my kids while you work all fucking day. That's my life. That's a life that I have deserved out of this relationship. The 5 years that I invested, and have a man tell me, I said, can't no man tell me nothing about women, how we have control over the relationship, and all you gotta do is just give a man some sex, and he just okay, he eating out of your hand. Bitch, please. Ain't never happened. Never. Not when you have men like this who are giving this woman all this stuff, and he ain't been with her. I don't know if he's Andrew's even seen Candace. All these men online talking to these women getting scammed, and they ain't never done nothing with them. They ain't talked to them. They ain't met them. They ain't seen them. They ain't got no sex. They ain't got nothing. And they giving these women hundreds of thousands of dollars. Please, come on now.
I missed the turn. I got distracted by the rocks.
So I don't want to hear it. You know, there are good women out here. We don't get treated like this. But these women out here who scamming, who know how to finesse dudes, who know how to be like, oh, honey, sweetie, baby. Oh, you're so wonderful. And a lot of these men, they get all the everything. And then they get with these men and they dog them out, and then they leave them and be cheating on them and be with somebody else. Because it's not genuine. You know what I'm saying? So it's different between having somebody telling you what you want to hear all the time and then having a real one. And a lot of these men, they don't want a real woman. I'm just gonna be honest. They want a fake one. They want a lap dog. So that's my hot take for today, is that I figured out that men want lap dogs. They don't want real women. Real independent, smart, intelligent. They men don't they want lapdogs and they want leverage. They want leverage over you, ladies. They want to be able to control you, tell you what to do. You sit at home, or maybe not even sit at home, but you be there for them at beck and call, and they just get to do whatever they want to do with you. Ignore you when they want to ignore you, be with you when they want to be with you, talk to you how they want to talk to you when they feel like talking to you. Sometimes they don't want to talk to you. It's just whatever they feel like they want to do at that moment. That's the kind they want a doormat. They want a pet, a woman pet. They spread their legs open for them. That's the kind of person that they want. They want they want us dumb and compliant. And the dumber and the compliant you act, the more they give you everything. I can't play the dummy role. I've tried that. It's not appealing to me. I could do that. You know, like I said, I'm not trying to flex, but the way I look, if I was sneaky and underhanded and had that level of patience, I could have dudes like this eating out of my hand. Yeah, honey. Yeah, sweetie. Oh, you're so wonderful. Like if I played that role and played that game, I could pull them left and right. But I don't have the patience. My personality is too salty for that. So I can't do that. So Candace and Andrew, good luck to you, Candace girl. I ain't mad at you, Candace. Do you? Cause she playing that role. So anyway, we back to Joey and Michael. I just had to come on there and say that. Cause, you know, my ex, yes, my ex said that to me last week. And I looked at him like, huh? So now we talking about Joey and Michael. And he got his daddy, he got the mama, he got everybody over. The mama looks like she a tough cookie.
15 minutes, you're not going to be able to grill them.
Look, the mom is like, she ain't having it. Go to sleep? Hell no, I ain't going to sleep. I'm wide awake. No commercial. I didn't do this my second live. I did a little live just like 5 minutes before this one started.
Wow, this dude's it.
It's early still. What time is it? I don't know. I'm in Texas, so I don't know. Let me see what time it is. I'm on my phone, so it's hard for me to. It's 12:14 here. Speaking of exes, he messaging me right now. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, bitch. Look at mom. Joey's mom look like one tough mama. She look like she ain't talking about put on no bush today. Look at the brother. The brother like. The brother real talking. He's like.
Recovering alcoholic. It's tough, and I don't have as much faith.
The brother said he don't have much faith because he's a recovering. You're beautiful. God bless. Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you. I appreciate it, boo. I appreciate it today, especially after the day I didn't have. You know, running around here with my leg. I had to take my leg brace off, y'all. This is my leg brace because my leg is sweating. My leg is sweating and it hurts. My leg hurt. Like I try to sleep with the leg brace on. They like drain some fluid from my knee. But anyway, I look very pretty today. Thank you. I had to get all dressed up for these lives. So I'm not dressed up, but just, you know. So they all talking to Michael on the phone. The family just he met Joey on a dating site. Oh Lord. They met and they did their thing. And make sure y'all hit the thumbs up button while y'all come in here, while y'all lurking. Y'all lurking. I see you. I see you lurking. I see you looking. Y'all on here. So they talked to Michael. Michael's cute. So all the family is gathered around. Oh, I didn't pull my camera a little bit too much. I got this whole tripod thing, like, but I appreciate y'all. Like, I try to get it together once in a while. I wonder if my ex watching this video. I think he's at work. He better not be watching this right now. Like, he know I read him. He'll be like, oh my God. I'm supposed to see my ex tomorrow. I was supposed to see him tomorrow, so I don't know. We'll see.
You bet you, buddy. I never had a dad, so
Oh, he said Michael said he never had a dad.
Well, thanks,
Oh.
Sarah. Man, thanks for taking the risk to come on the phone and just say hi to us.
So he's on the phone saying hi to the family. I like Michael and Joey. Now I like Joey, but Michael, I still don't trust him either because he's a recovering addict and I don't trust him. I don't trust him. I just don't. Like I don't know if he gonna get out and act right and treat Joey good. And I want watch this part. Oh.
Yeah.
We know Michael's in prison, but seeing it for real for the first time and seeing him there was a little bit scary.
They said it's a little bit scary.
As Joey's sister, I want
Look at
Joey
Joey's
to be
sister, and she
happy,
cute.
But the circumstances are hard to take.
Yeah.
So what do you think Michael's thinking, Joey?
Well, he looks like he's in good shape.
How can you tell?
You know?
I like the dad.
You think so, honey?
Look at the mom and the sister look just alike. They like twins.
So he can call you anytime he wants. Does he pay for this? I don't mind on his books.
On his books or for his phone?
Well, it's all the same. Oh, and how much do you put on this?
The brother like, how much money you putting on this commissary?
Afford that? What can he spend $50 a week on?
I didn't cost money now. So he's incentivized to keep Joey around. I mean, heck yeah. Meet the family. Let's do what we
Look at the brother real talking, y'all.
You know what else you can get in prisons? With your commissary money. Well, anything you want.
Uh-oh.
Swaps. I mean, you could probably have a commissary.
Look at the brother's like, you can get anything in prison. How the brother know? Oh,
One of
no.
the things that I kind of wanted to clear out here.
Oh, wow. This is getting uncomfortable real quick.
Their sobriety and how it's going to affect you when
Yeah, he like, you can get anything in prison for money. I'm like, dang, the brother just did what? The brother said what?
I know that you relapsed.
Oh, he relapsed.
You did?
The dad's like, you did? Wait. Oh, he relapsed. Oh, my God. Was it because of the relationship, though, or is it because he just relapsed? Because, you know, that's two different things. If he just relapsed because he relapsed.
No.
The mom didn't know either. Oh, he looked like he gonna cry.
That hurts one. Mark.
Oh, no. Did he relapse because of the Michael or just because he relapsed? I guess we'll see. I don't want Joey to be upset. I like Joey a lot. So that's sad. But I don't want him to go down like to relapse because of this dude now. That's just dumb. Why are we talking like this in front of your 2-year-old? Like, I just can't with this chick. So now we're going to Ayana. I can't pronounce her damn name. Ayana and Jamal. Hopefully, he's supposed to get out in 2 weeks, maybe, or she's saying them.
At court, and I have to turn myself in. I have to go to
Okay, Ayana has to turn herself in because, you know, she had them charges from last week. She has the cutest little baby.
The only way prisoners can talk to each other while they're locked up is calling three-way.
So if she gets locked up and he's locked up, the only way they can talk to each other is through 3-way. Somebody got to call them on 3-way. Again, she has a baby. I just don't understand why we're not. That poor girl, she is a hot mess. She has the cutest 2-year-old, and I think she has a son. Why are we not paying? Why we not paying attention to your kids? Like this gives me like trauma, y'all. Like to watch this is traumatic, borderline fucking traumatic for me.
I know that I have temperamental issues. My lawyer is telling me to go to an intervention class.
So she has to go to an intervention class. Like this is. I mean, this is like I said, this is borderline traumatic for me because I was that little girl with a mama like this. So I can understand. No, they like, where is her family at? Like, where? I don't know. My mom she had a strong family. Like, you know, my mama had a good, like my grandmother and my grandfather died when I was 4. So, but other than that, I have a large extended family. And so You know, my mom always had help, always had somebody to watch me, and always had help. I don't know where this girl's family at. I'm like, where your people at? Like, does she not have any family, any brothers and sisters, any parents? I mean, maybe we're gonna meet them throughout the season.
Okay. I wouldn't necessarily go as far as to say that I have an anger problem.
She's saying that she has an attitude problem.
I don't know if that's what it was, but we could explore that. So with regards to like attitude, anger.
She said she got an anger problem.
I just feel like I've just always been a black sheep in my family, so like I just always feel like I had mental issues.
Oh, she always felt like she has mental issues.
My rights are known where they're supposed to be, you know, if like something happens and he's supposed to, you know, come and rescue. It never been that. So I just feel like I always had to have that hard shell and be tough and stuff like that. When I was young, my mom did everything she could to take care of us. My dad not being around completely affected me. Like I never had that father figure.
Okay, but I never had a father figure too, boo. But I don't.
And Jamal's putting my pieces back together.
I never had that father. She talking about she, you know, grew up with a single mom and she looking for the father figure. I know there's a lot of people out here that didn't have a father out here. You know, I didn't have my father in and out of my life. I don't know what level she had a father. Was he just not there at all? Or maybe he was in and out of her life. You know, sometimes people's fathers come in and out of their life and they're there sometimes and not sometimes. And that's very traumatic. But I didn't have a father at all. Like he wasn't around. He wasn't a factor. He wasn't an issue. So maybe that's different than somebody having their father just there sometimes. I don't know what her circumstance was. But I was raised by my grandmother. So I didn't have a father or a mother. But I was raised by my grandmother to not look for people for saviors. Like my grandmother took very good care of me. But I was never brought up thinking that a man is going to save me. Like that didn't dawn on me at all. Like as a kid, especially as a kid, like I didn't think that like, you know, I know that people had fathers and I didn't have one, but it didn't really like really affect me like deep down inside emotionally. But some people understand that it has really affected them not having a father or a mother or both. And to me, not having a dad was just like I don't know what I don't know what I didn't miss. You know, I can't miss what I don't have. So I was never really, you know, looking for a father figure in my relationships. I think my relationships, I was just looking for love and attention and affection and stuff like that. You know, like I understand that I have like abandonment issues. I get it. Like I've dealt with all of that, you know. Yeah, my grandmother was very instrumental. Like if I didn't have the good grandmother that I had, I would have been left out to the wolves. Like I don't know how my life would have turned out if I didn't have a grandmother that taught me like critical thinking skills and good sense. But I still had a sense of abandonment as a teen and as a child, and I was looking for that love and everything. But I didn't go off the deep end that much. I still had the healthy dose of skepticism in my life. Like, and I still do. Like, I'm not one of these people that fall in love quickly and be all like, I ain't never been like that. Like, I always feel like, okay, I'm very strongly, fiercely independent.
I could miss it, so this is very stressful.
So I see how some people go down that road of they really need a man, they really need a woman in their lives. And then like I said, I would tell people, you know, put it on pause. That doesn't get talked enough. It always get talked about women needing a man and needing something to be with. I have dated plenty of men and I have known plenty of men who go through relationships who are serial daters. They have never been alone. They've never not been in a relationship. They go from chick to chick to chick to chick to chick to chick. There are some, so the idea that women, you know, are get lonely and they serial daters, that narrative gets pushed on women. But I tell people men go through that as well. I've known and dated plenty of men that they have never been by themselves. They do not like being single. They've always had a woman. And it's not just about physical intimacy. It is about the fact that they do not want to be alone. I've dated men like this. I've had men like this in my family. So I just get tired of the narrative that women are like this when men can for sure be like this. single people die 7 years early in the couples is true.
I'm an emotional person, and I always
Especially men. Men die a lot quicker without being in a relationship.
like try to mask everything.
So Yana says she tried to mask everything. Just a learned behavior. She has seemed like she has a lot of childhood trauma.
And stuff. So like, yeah, I try to mask my pain
And like I said, until you deal with your childhood trauma, you will never be free.
as much as I can. Like I'm doing it.
Until you understand why you do what you do, why you choose the men and the women that you choose, why you act a certain way in relationships and dealing with your childhood trauma, you'll never be free. You'll never be at peace with yourself. It took me a long time to be at peace with myself. Like when I say long time, I meant like up until 3 years ago. Like the pandemic, I did 2020 is my whole life changed. And I did a lot of soul searching and really went and started doing therapy online and trying to figure out like why do I do this? Why do I pick men like this? Why do I feel like I'm not worth this? And a lot of it has to do with childhood traumas and past relationship traumas that was unresolved. And I had to resolve it because I don't want to keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again until I'm dead. I'm too old to be going through this shit again. So Ayana, I hope she get the help that she needs to realize she got a lot of trauma.
Having it all and doing it all is such a mess.
And then she got babies to think about. Yeah, 2020 was the year for a lot of people to do a lot of self reflection. A lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people's lives changed.
Impossible.
So she trying to do it all.
So, when you're crying and expressing it in that way, it's really because there's something deeper going on.
Yeah, the psychologist telling her because there's something deeper going on because she up here crying.
It'll be a lot easier to handle the anger in the situation.
I feel like when you show people your true emotions, they take advantage of that.
She's saying she feel like when she show her true emotions, people take advantage of that. That's because she's experienced that. Yeah, I want to take Ayana home and just hug her because I be like, girl, life don't have to be like the life that you live in. You don't have to surround yourself with people like this. When you surround yourself with good people, and sometimes you have to let people go who aren't good for you in your life. When you realize that like your whole life is not built around having a man or being in a relationship, she has two babies, I think, or at least one that she needs to raise and focus on. And once you focus on that and being the best mom that you can be, you have no regrets. I don't know anybody that regret being a good parent. Like I just don't know nobody. I tell people that all the time. Nobody is sitting on their deathbed going, "Damn, I really wish I had a boyfriend or a wife right now." Like most people sit on their deathbed and they think about their parents, they think about their brothers and sisters, and they think about their children. I don't know a lot of people sitting on their deathbed wishing they went to the club more. And oh man, I wish I would have dated more dudes. It's just like I'm like people. That's not what people think about on their deathbed. They think about I wish I would have spent more time with my mom, my parents, my dad, my family, my kids. That's what people think about. If they have kids, they're thinking about how they are gonna miss their children, how they hope that their kids are okay. You know what I'm saying? My mother-in-law sat on her deathbed 2 weeks ago, and all she did was worry about her daughter. She was not worried about her husband. She worried about her daughter. She worried about her grandkids. She worried about my children. That's what my mother-in-law worried about. She worried about not seeing her grandkids grow up. She worried about not seeing her daughter grow up and get married and have kids. She worried about me being happy. My mother-in-law was not worried about her husband. She was worried about her kids, her grandkids, her daughter-in-law, and her daughter. So that's what she was worried about.
You did?
No one sitting on their deathbed worried about like, oh, well, I wish I would have dated more men and would have went out and partied and nobody.
Where did that happen?
Nobody worries about that shit. You worried about your mother. You worried about your kids. So don't take your children and your family for granted. Don't be out here chasing men and women and think that like when you sit on your deathbed, you're not worried about you dating more people. Damn, I wish I was on online dating more. I wish I was on Tinder more. Says nobody.
Did you know?
No.
So anyway, we're getting back to Joey and Michael and this uncomfortable ass conversation around the dinner table.
The journey that Joey's going to be going through at hand with Michael, it was important that the family know.
Oh wow, Joey. And the dad looks really upset. Like, what?
I know, son. But that's ours. That's
Poor
our
Joey.
I know, but
I feel sad for him.
ashamed of what I did, and
Because he relapsed.
Wow.
Wow. I'm sorry.
And see, that's what our disease does to us.
Oh, and the brother is
Because we're
crying.
alone.
Because I was, Dad.
This makes me sad.
In your
This is hard. Makes me sad, y'all. Like, this is really touching. Like, this hurt me. This is really hurting me.
When you were laying on your gurney in a hospital, going through convulsions, and I thought we lost you.
Oh no, was it that bad, Joey?
I thought, gosh.
Oh wow. Wow. Like, this makes me sad, y'all. This really touches me.
And you talk about you were so lonely. Wow. So my hope was that you did find somebody that
It's
you
sad.
can kind of see some of the things that are.
They said he was so lonely, you know, that he was drinking himself to death. Wow. Okay. Wow. Wow, y'all. Like I said, it's somebody who's dealt with
35 years.
being in love with somebody who's addicted, who's an addict, who's struggling always.
I lost my mom to addiction. I lost my uncles to addiction.
And the dad said he lost his mom to addiction, he lost his uncles to addiction, and he almost lost his child to addiction. Like I said, I lost my dad, who wasn't healthy in his right mind. My brothers are out. My brothers are in prison, in and out of prison, because they're addicts. And so this touches me because I understand. As someone who's never struggled with anything ever, I've known people who've been addicts. And so this is very heartbreaking. You know, somebody who was loved an addict for all these years, and see him in just the lies and the hiding and the worry and the,
State of depression.
you know,
You're not thinking when you're in that.
it makes me sad.
12 years.
Yeah,
Wow.
12 years.
12 years he's been struggling.
And I went out looking for it. I knew exactly what I was doing. I just was in a dark, sad, lonely place. And I wanted to feel something. I wanted to feel a feeling, and I knew.
Wow,
it would help me.
he said he wanted to feel something, so he wanted
And I
to.
came back. I was right back in a seedy motel. I was like, what am I doing?
Oh wow, he went to some seedy motel too. Was drinking, drank himself all night.
You don't give up. Like, look how far you came.
It made me sad.
I was like, so what? You made a mistake.
Yeah, he made a mistake, but you know, at least he recognized that he made a mistake.
So he did. He rescued me in a way. So, you know, maybe now I need to rescue him.
So I guess he said Michael helped him. That's sad, y'all. That makes me sad. I feel bad for Joey. Like I said, I understand to have family members that are addicted. It's very sad. It's heartbreaking. So back to Yukon, Oklahoma, and Teeny and Rob, the one with the cameras. So she going to a bar or a restaurant to meet Rob's mother. And Rob's mother, Kate. And Kate looks like she ain't having no shit today. She said, what are we here for?
20 years and then want to talk.
Hasn't been 20 years. It does. It honestly does. It's been a long time. The idea of
Oh, wow.
this meeting today is to try and reconcile our differences.
Okay, Rob's mom,
This is something that Rob wants.
not a fan, not impressed. She seems mean.
That's my son. So if he invites someone in our life that I'm not fond of, then I'll have to go with him.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. So she really angry because she took some money back like 3 years ago?
Pay a picture. We're not going to get that.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
still in my feelings when that scenario took place with the money situation. It caused animosity between me and my son. I really do not want to be here.
Okay, let me put it on pause. Okay. Like 2 years ago, she deposited some money, took the money back, and the mom's still mad about this? Like, I would have been over it about some money. I mean, I'm thinking like she cheated on her son, or she lied, or she did something real dastardly to her. This is all about because she took some money back, and then her son told her to take the money back, and she this up. Oh, how much money was it? Like, what? I mean, what are we talking about here? Is she this upset
over money.
over money?
To send money over to his mom, and then it was like, tell my mama to send that $500 back.
It was $500, y'all.
To call and ask for the money back. You get what I'm saying?
He gave her the money and said he wanted it back. Wait a minute. Let me put it on pause. Wait a minute. 500. 500. I'm thinking we talking about like $10,000, 20,000, 5K, 500. She mad over five. Boo! I will give you $500 right now. Okay, I will. Look, girl. Look. I mean, girl. $500. You still mad years later over that? What? Girl, this better be some acting. She better be playing with me because I can't believe $500. Okay. And then she over here to explain what happened. It wouldn't be no need. I'll be like, okay, all right, cool. We over it. I'm like, you still mad about 500? Okay. It's been 3 years. 3.
You took the initiative on your own and called me to make me understand what had took place.
I made an attempt to reach out to you.
She said she did. She's like, well, why didn't you call me and tell me what happened? She said she did. She said she sent a Mother's Day gift.
We would not be here. So you can imagine how that makes me feel. He's already not here, gone for 18 years. And then he gets married, and I'm sitting here at home taking care of my mother. And y'all just living good. Look what you riding in. I probably made it up for her.
Rob has a business with his brother. He's been very successful at it. Like, I don't know a lot of people in penitentiary that are going to get out with a savings account, but he's managed.
Okay, so Rob has a business with his brother.
It was different.
This Rob's ex.
She was more concerning the fact that y'all in the financial situation where y'all able to help.
What kind of business?
Just let her figure it out. You know, that is not true.
Wait a minute. Okay, hold on, y'all. Okay. Let me get this straight. Let me back up. So the mom likes the ex-girlfriend because she was like, well, look kind of car you riding in and blah, blah, blah. So in other words, mom, he been locked up for 18 years and okay. So in other words, the mom is just greedy. She just wants some money. And then the ex that he was with probably was like, right. Then you bring up the ex. Who would do that and be like, well, I like his ex-girlfriend because she made sure I was okay and blah, blah, blah. That's not her responsibility. That's not her responsibility. Mom? Yeah, it seems like the mom was getting the money until Tenny showed up and he married her. But again, it's not the son's job to take care of the mother. And then she like, well, see, y'all living good and see, I wonder what kind of business they got. She's like, y'all are not even worried about me and da-da-da-da. Okay, that's between you and your son, not her. That's not her problem. Like, you need to talk to your son and tell your son. That's the end of the episode. She needs to tell her son. That's between her and her son to take care of her mother. That is not her job to take care of Rob's mom. That she don't talk to the woman. She ain't talked to her in 3 years. And she's like, well, the ex-girlfriend made sure I was okay and blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, you need to talk to both of your sons who supposedly have a business together. So it seems like the mom is just mad because the son married her and probably started to take care of her. But that's what your child is supposed to do. You're not supposed to be like, okay, I'm finna live off my child and he locked up. She's supposed to have that conversation with her son, not her daughter-in-law, and blame her like it's her fault or mom is struggling. But to me, that's like, okay, I see where the mom is coming from, but I would never be sitting there expecting my son to take care of me. Like, oh, well, you supposed to be taking care of me. And the ex-girlfriend, she made sure, like, I'm not gonna tell the girlfriend or the wife, like, it's her responsibility too to make sure that your mother-in-law is okay. Like, that's crazy. And they ain't talked in 3 years. And then she mad about $500. I'm like, girl, if you don't get your mind and find it, if you don't get your mind right, I'm like, I mean, that's just crazy. And then getting mad at her and then sitting up there like she finna cry. And I'm like, is the mom really finna cry? Was she really finna cry? She like, well, y'all didn't even make sure who is y'all. Like, you seems like you have beef with your son, not me, ma'am. Like, yeah, that mom, the way she acted was just weird. I was like, why would I be charging up my son's wife? Why would I be mad at her for money? That's just weird. Like, people just be weird. Like, people do something. People act funny around money. Like, money make people funny. Like, even if your own relatives, your own family, your friends, money make people act weird and do strange things. Money make people act funny. I'm telling you. You put some money involved and they think you're making some good money and they feel like they need to be living a certain lifestyle. I understand that's your son, but there's no reason to get mad at your daughter-in-law because of that. Family is the worst about money. Are they? I don't know. I don't have family members in my pockets, y'all. I gotta tell people, like I told my last video when I did the video about the scammers, I told people I was raised that, to be tight with my money. Like that, maybe that's just how I was raised. Maybe that's just me. But I wasn't raised to break bread with nobody. Like my grandmother taught me, you don't break bread with nobody. You keep your money. Business is business with me. I'm a business-minded person. It's nothing personal. To me, there's business and it's never personal. Never. But the idea that, if my son becomes successful, of course, as his mother, I'd expect him to want to take it away. So I would think that his brother on the outside would be the facilitator for that and not him. He's been in prison for 18 years. So it's like there's only so much he can do and he don't really know what's going on when he's in prison. And I'll be like, bitch, I'll give you the $500 to get you to shut up. I'll give you the $500. Like, if that's going to make you feel better, okay, here's $500. Or I'll be telling Rob, please give this woman $500. Because 3 years later, you still mad over $500? I mean, I'm like, okay, dang, they act like, I'm thinking like they scammed her out of the money or took it out of her account. It wasn't even like that. They just took the money back that they, okay, help me understand. Make that make sense to me, because that just makes her seem like she just real greedy and needy, and that I don't know what, like I said, how he was raised or where he was raised, but that just, I don't know. I can't speak on how people were raised, but that just sounds like the type of mom that is about the money and then hustled and worked hard all her life, and you know what I'm saying? But that's between her and her son and not her. Why is he letting her do all his dirty work? Why? Right. And then why would Rob send Teeny to go talk to her, knowing damn well he probably know how she felt? So he just sent Teeny in there. I would be mad at him. Like, why would you want me to go talk mad at me? And then she feeling some type of way. He know how his mama feel, or should have an inkling. So why would you send poor Teeny into the lion's den and throw her to the wolves? I'd be like, if you better go talk to your mama before I talk to her. Because I'm not going to sit up here and talk to nobody and she's getting emotional, about to cry over some money 3 years ago. And she's like telling her, I did try to reach at you. I sent you something for Mother's Day and you didn't respond. And she was just like, oh, I'm like, oh my God, lady, if you don't get, I don't know, like I said, I don't know what kind of work she do or what she do. I don't know if she hurting for money or she living in the hood somewhere. I don't know. But anytime I'm finna get mad at my kid over some money, I'm gonna talk to my child and be like, okay, you know. But the fact that Rob sent her over there, I think that was pretty messed up. But that's the end of the episode, y'all. What did y'all think about this episode? I thought this episode was boring. I give the episode a D minus because it was boring AF. It was not a good episode. It just seemed like it was a filler episode. There was only like 3 couples on here, and like I told you, I hate when Love During Lockup, Life After Lockup. I hate when they do this. When they start out strong, the first episode, you know, they show like all these couples and everything, and then come the second and third and fourth episodes, then they end up showing like 2 or 3 couples, and then you're like, and then at the end of the show, you're like, oh dang, I forgot about that couple, or what happened to that couple, or what about these people? Yeah, it was kind of like y'all couldn't have put no more couples in the episode. Y'all put like 3 couples in the episode. The first episode came out swinging, you know, last week. It was good, and then down to this episode, it's like three or 4 couples, and it wasn't really even, you know, nothing exciting. I like the stuff with Joey. That was cool. The stuff with Teenie and Rob, it seemed fake and forced. They could have left half of that out. Ayana and her hot mess and everything, her going through a court, they could have just limited that down to 1 or 2 scenes. Andrew and Candace, I don't even know why he wasn't even in the episode, because he didn't do anything but just show the stuff that he bought and drive around. They could have left that out. So I don't know, maybe the other couples didn't really have nothing going on either. But I hate these kind of filler episodes. I don't like it, you know, where they show like couples and that's it. I forgot about him. Yeah, like why did they even show him with Candace? Why he didn't do nothing the whole episode, except to go buy some stuff and then drive around. They could have cut that out. Like nobody cared. They could have showed that in like a 1 minute scene, and that was it. That was so boring. Like I was like, okay, you got 10 whole minutes because of that? Like, nah, man. Like, so the second episode, no. First episode was fire. This episode, I'm like, I'm just sitting there going, that's it. And then next thing I know, the episode seemed to go by so quick, and then it was over. So this better just be like a aberration, because if the second episode is just like 2 or 3 couples, you know, like I said, I hate the way they do these reality shows, because they have so many couples, and then by the time the show ends, you realize, oh dang, we barely get to see that couple or that couple. There's always like 2 or 3 couples that we barely see anything about, and that the first episode you're all excited, and then a couple of episodes in, you're like, wait a minute, I'm missing somebody, or there's some people missing. Like, oh yeah, what happened to that? You even forget they're even on the show anymore, and I don't like that. So, you know, I just, you know, I just hopefully it'll be next episode be better. So what do y'all think? I don't know. But I'm tired, y'all. Make sure y'all watch. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the video. We've been hoodwinked. I know, right? Like I thought this season was gonna be fire, and then the second episode is like, I don't know. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Like I said, I did a video about catfished online on YouTube. That is the YouTube channel where they interview real people, real people, and talk about them being catfish, and they talk to the scammers and they try to catch the scammers. It is a channel I got recommended by YouTube that I've been binge watching for 2 days now. I got other people watching this channel now. I got 3 or 4 people watching this channel, and we're all equally. Me and my daughter sat there and watched the episodes and clowned the people and cracked up laughing. So Catfished Online is I did a whole live. I did a video about it, and so I talk about, you know, my mom being catfished and the Nigerian guy she was talking to. I talk about, you know, what does it mean to be catfished. I talk about, like, you know, the different scams that I learned, because I learned, what's the channel? The channel is called Catfished Online. That's the name of the channel. And I did a live, and I put links to the channel in the live. And sorry, y'all, I'm trying to fix my tripod. But I put links to the channel in my live, and the channel is Hilarious, girl. Let me tell you on Catfish Online, just in case you didn't know, Hunty. They had 3 different women. Like every episode is like 20, 30 minutes long. Yeah, you watch a couple of wait a minute, JSP. Hold up. I'm finna out you out. Why is it that I was on Catfish Online and then I saw you made a comment like 9 months ago? I said, GSP, GSP. I screamed at the screen, girl. Because, you know, I'll be watching it on my TV. Yes, you, GSP. You commented like 9 months ago on one of these videos. And I was scrolling through the comments because the comment section is the best part. These people be clowning, these people be hilarious. And Lord have mercy, I scrolled through and I said, wait a minute. I said, is that GSP? I said, hold up. That is GSP. I saw your little avatar with the little dog in it. I said, that's GSP. I screamed. I said, ah! Yes. I said, oh no, she didn't watch this video. I think it was the one about the lady who thought she was in a relationship with Johnny Depp. Have you ever seen? Yeah, I love Catfish. I just discovered it. Yeah, I did. Like I said, I did a whole live video, like right before I did this one about it. So yeah, like the lady said she was in a relationship with Johnny Depp. I think you commented on that when girl was falling out. I said, oh my God. Like I've been going back and watching it. Like I said, I just discovered this channel. I've been telling everybody about it. I was like, these people are crazy. I was like, how many times people can feel like they're being in love with Johnny Depp? And then one lady thought she was dating Chris Brown. I said, girl, if you don't get off my... She like, oh, I'm dating Chris Brown. And I was like, girl, I said, if these people don't get off my damn TV, we're talking about they dating Chris Brown. Yeah, send gift cards. And then they talking about, have you eaten today? I said, bitch. Have you eaten today? I said, oh, no, not have you eaten today. Lord have mercy. These people are sending thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars to these people online. And then the conversation don't even be about nothing. I said, this conversation is whack as hell. It's like, how are you doing? How you doing today? Hey, honey. Hey, babe. Hey, sweetie. Have you eaten today? Hey, queen. Hey, queen. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I can't video chat with you. Yeah, either my camera's broken, there's no lights here. What else? My reception is bad. My Wi-Fi is down. Something. Yeah, my queen and my king is such a giveaway. Hey, queen. Hey, honey. Hey, babe. I said, yeah, because they don't remember who they talking to. The comments having me, like me and my daughter were rolling. We was reading the comment section today and we were dying. My daughter's like, these people are funny. Hey, queen. Hey, honey. I was like, queen. And then these people be talking to these dudes and they be looking like Instagram models, adult film star. I'm like, okay. And then they like, oh yeah, they want to be with me. And I'm like, okay, sir, you do know that you fat, balding, wrinkled, old, and you over here talking about this supermodel looking chick from Ukraine wants to be with you. Are you kidding? Girl, I was like, yeah, I'm stuck in an oil rig, or I'm flying to see you, so I need money for plane tickets, or the one that killed me. Oh my God, babe, I had an accident and I'm in the hospital and I need money to pay my hospital bill and the hospital won't let me leave unless I pay the bill. Okay, anyway, child, my internet. But it was like, babe, I need a favor. I'm stuck. My mom's sick. My kid's sick. My dog's sick. I'm sick. Everybody's sick. I'm like, I need money for medicine. I was like, if y'all don't get y'all. And these people fall for this. These people fall for this. Like, I'm like, who is falling? And I was thinking, surely people are not falling for this. People are falling for this. And then the people on there be talking about, well, they just looking, the men are looking for sex. I was like, how can the men look for sex when they not getting any? They haven't even talked to the woman over the phone. They ain't video chatted. They ain't met her. They ain't hold her hand. They ain't squeezed on no booty. They ain't even got no webcam nookie. They ain't got no live stream nookie. Nothing. I'm like, how can these men be talking about they're looking for sex when they have not done anything sexual with this fake person that's really a old man living in Nigeria? I'm like, how can anyone talk about lust and desire when I'm like, the pictures are fake, the things that they saying is fake, and they not getting no sex. I'm like, I can understand if you're getting something out of it, but I'm like, these people are getting nothing. They're not holding hands. They're not visiting. They're not going on a date. They're not touching this person. They're not kissing this person. None of that. All of it is just fantasy. People are literally online paying for an interactive fan fiction. People are paying $10,000 and up and more, $30,000, $80,000, $1 million for online for fan fiction. That's what they're paying for, interactive fan fiction, because that's what it is. It's just interactive fan fiction. Yeah, it did the accents, girl. They like, oh, well, their accents sound European. I'm like, European? What? What? Somebody was like, oh, the accent sound like he from New York. New York. I'm like, sir, ma'am, New York. The Dutch, yeah, Dutch. Or Europe. I'm like, what is a European accent? You do realize that Europe has many countries. A French accent is not a German accent, is not a Dutch accent, is not a UK. There's no European accent. I said, that just proves you how stupid Americans are, how dumb Americans are, how so uncultured Americans are. The fact that they fall for this, and then the person talks to them, and you can obviously tell the accent is Nigerian. I was like, oh, even my kids are like, oh, that's an African accent. I'm like, my 10-year-old's like, that's not French, that's not European, that's African. Right. I said, my 10-year-old knows this. How do these grown people not know that this person is not in America? Some of the people are like, oh, they live in Ohio and they really from Spain. That's not a Spanish accent. That just proves to you how uncultured and ignorant Americans are. You know, Americans are just uncultured. Like, we don't know. I mean, I can say we because I know I've had friends that are immigrants. I've been in different cultures, so I know a Korean accent, a Chinese accent. Like, I know Spanish and French and Dutch accents. These people living in the middle of America somewhere, they have no idea what any. I said, them people online are like, can they not tell what an accent? I said, people just think they hear an accent and they don't know if it's Spanish, French, German, African, what? I said, the only kind of accent Americans can really pick out is like somebody with a British accent. Other than that, Americans, we are so culturally behind that we don't hear a lot of people with accents on TV. I said, a lot of people live in middle America where they don't meet anybody from any place else other than America. We don't hear a lot of accents. You don't hear a lot of accents on TV shows and movies in America. You just don't see a lot of people with a lot of accents. So the idea that for most Americans, unless they're British, all accents sound alike, whether it be French, Spanish, African, Dutch, or whatever. And unfortunately. And so that's how these people get taken. You have a hard time recognizing a South African accent? I can recognize a South, but then again, I know some South African people. So, but I can for sure tell a Nigerian or Ghanaian accent. I can tell when somebody's from like Nigeria and Ghana. And that's where most of the scammers are from. They're from, every time it's logos. But I tell people, like, that show is just, don't take that show as like the definitive of scammers, because scammers are from China. They're all over. They're in like Nigeria, Ghana. They're also in Southeast Asia. There are a lot of scammers in India, the Philippines, Thailand. There's a lot of them there. But with those kind of scammers, they really don't target America. They really target like Southeast Asia. A lot of the wait a minute. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Let me sing for y'all. La la la. Can you hear me? I think I accidentally hit the mute button. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I said scammers target everybody everywhere. So, it's not just an American, dumb American thing. But and it's not just old people. Like a lot of people on that catfish online channel, people were talking about it's old people. And I'm like, honey, I know people that have been catfished and scammed that are not old. They're in their 20s and their 30s. It happens at every age. So that show is just a slice of life, but really scammers happen at every age. Like it doesn't really matter, because a lot of people just think, oh, it's just desperate lonely old people. I'm like, nah. The studies show that the studies I look up, the FBI.gov, if you go to their website and you look up the statistics about scammers, they have all kind of demographics and statistics and profiles and stuff like that. And it's not just old people. A lot of the majority is people over 60. They do get taken, but there's a lot. But you'd be surprised that there's thousands of young people, and they may not really talk about it. They may not. A lot of young people don't report it or talk about it as compared to what's wrong with my internet? Ew, yuck. But yeah, so people get scammed out of all places in town. I don't know what's wrong with my internet, child. I'm in the country, but it happens. It happens. So I yes, that's my new channel. I did, like I said, I did a whole video talking about the different kind of catfish schemes, what happened to my mother, and y'all watch that video. But yeah, I mean, them people are dumb, and I laugh at them. And then I tell people, I said the other thing is that people's attitudes with money. I said people's attitudes regarding money. I said I just, I said I hate to be harping on the white people. I hate to talk about the white folks, but I'm just like, I just feel like Black people and Hispanic people, like we have a different cultural attitude towards money. The same thing with a lot of Asians. A lot of Asians, there's a lot of crypto scams and investment scams in Asia. So when people scam those people, it's about investment. It's about people investing things, crypto scams. That's big over there. About people talking about, I'm going to pay your money back. I need you to invest. We'll make more money. That's big over there. Okay. Here is people are like, oh, I'm stranded. Oh, I don't have enough money for my plane. Oh, I don't have that kind of shit. Don't work in Asia. Because in Asia, the culture in Asia is more like, well, don't you have family and friends to call? Like, that's the culture in Asia. Because 9 times out of 10, if somebody do get in a situation, they're gonna go to their family. They're not gonna go to somebody online. And people in Asia culturally, they understand that. They're like, why would a person ask me for money? Especially if you're dating somebody, because in their culture, it's more like a prestige thing. No man in their worth would come to a woman and be like, I need to borrow money. Like Asian women, mostly in the culture Asian, it's more conservative, they would be like, okay, get out of here. Like, I don't even want to be with that kind of man. Like most Asian women in their culture is like the men take care of the women. So the idea of a man begging you for money is crazy. The idea of a man asking you or saying that his business, he couldn't pay his employees and da 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 da. Most Asian women I talk to would be like, what do you mean you can't pay your employees? Do you not have enough money? Are you broke? Most Asian women ain't going for that. But if you step to an Asian woman and tell her, like, hey, I got some investments, we can flip this, we can make some money, that's what Asian women fall for. The dumbass women here in America, they could be like, oh, my daughter's sick, my mom's sick, da 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 da. And they're like, oh, well, I want to help them out, and da 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 da. That's an American thing. Because America is much more of an individualistic country. Other countries don't understand why somebody would be asking someone that they're trying to date for money, especially a man. Men don't really do that. Now, a woman asking an Asian man, that's a little bit different. But scammers targeting Asia, they know they can't ask they wouldn't dare. No man in their right merit would want to be with a man hitting you up for money. That's just a cultural thing. They would be like, that's considered very distasteful. Like, why would they want to be with a man that don't have no money? Like, and that's the attitude that women should have here in America. If a man is telling me I don't have enough money for medicine, I don't have enough money for a plane ticket home, I don't have enough money, over and over and over again, that wouldn't, even if it was real, that wouldn't be a man I would want to be with. I'm like, you a broke ass dude. Why would I even want to be with you? If you have a construction business and you can't pay your employees, why is that my business? Why is that my concern? You need to call your bank and get a loan. Why am I trying to get money? My son didn't get a girlfriend until he got his own car. Right. Like, why would I be with a man who can't handle his own business? Who don't have enough money to pay for a plane ticket or pay? Why would I even want to be with a man like that? I'm like, okay, I don't want to be with you. Even if you lose your wallet or something, then they'd be like, well, my wallet got stolen, or I lost my wallet and I don't have my bank card, and then the bank froze my account. Okay, I tell people, don't people know how banks work? You can easily call your bank and they can cancel your debit card, and you go to a local bank and they can give you some money. So the idea that people don't even know how banks really work is just real weird to me. I'm like, why would you just not call the bank and verify? Well, the bank got my account frozen. I would tell my man, okay, let's get on the phone. Let's call the bank together. Like, it's that simple. They just take this person's word for it without knowing that financial institutions, this is not the dark ages. Like, y'all, if you have a major bank, even a foreign bank, like banks are digital now. Every major bank, even the small banks, it's not a situation where you're going to go overseas and your card is going to get locked out, or they're going to freeze you out of your account for just no reason, just because you're in a foreign country. I said, people just amaze me that people don't know how banks really work. And then the fact that you don't call the bank, it's easy to be like, okay, what bank are you with? Oh, I'm with bank such and such. Okay, I'm gonna call them and see what their policy is regarding a lost card, or you using your card. Oh, they froze my account. All you do is call the bank and be like, so what's your policy if I know somebody out of the country and they said that their account is frozen? The bank will tell you, oh, to get their account unfrozen, tell them just to call this number. And they can do it over the phone. This is not 1985. Like, you don't have to, you can get your account unfrozen. Like, it's not, I think a lot of people are thinking that, like, because it's a foreign bank or they're in a different country, then that somehow things don't work like it do here. But for banks and financial institutions, they're worldwide, y'all. For somebody who's worked for 3 different banks, I can tell you, banks are worldwide. Banks are digitized. Banks, small ones and big ones, they have operations and systems in their system to keep you from being stuck somewhere with no money. Banks don't want their customers being stuck anywhere with no money. So I tell people, the people telling you their accounts are frozen or they use their card and it's because of the foreign town, yes, they may put a fraud hold, but 9 times out of 10, you can pick up the phone and call a number and they'll unfreeze your card. And so these people up here lying, and I'm just like, Lord. Most of it can be done online. Most of it done online, or you can call over the phone. So these people are sitting there thinking that, we in an age where people are still sending faxes and you got to go to the bank branch. You don't. I've had my card lost. I've had my account frozen because they thought some transactions were weird. And then I got a text message, and then I called them back, and they unfroze my checking account. It was just that simple. Like, the people are acting like this is the 1970s. Like, we still got fax machines and email. Like, you don't have to do all that no more. So I think a lot of times people are just ignorant how things work in other countries, how businesses work in other countries. But the thing about it is, we're in the age of technology. You can easily go online and look these things up. Go online and see how banks work or construction sites work. Or all, I mean, we Google it. You don't have to take a lot of research. You don't have to read a lot. These things are right there. That happens when I use my VPN. My bank will flag it. Yeah, they sure will. But I just said the ignorance of people, especially these older, I guess because a lot of times because they're older and they just don't know. But my point is that whatever you need to know is just a Google search away or a phone call away. If some man or woman is telling you my bank account is frozen and I can't get in my account, okay, what's the name of your bank? Oh, my bank is this and this. Okay, what? Google search the name of the bank and be like, okay, I'm gonna call them and verify. We'll call them and get to the bottom of it. And they'll be able to tell you their policy. This is our policy. Or have them call us. And then you go back and say, I called the bank and they verified and they said, all you have to do is call them to get your account unfroze. These are the things that people don't do because they want to believe what the person is telling them. They don't verify and protect themselves. I can understand somebody falling in love with a fantasy. I mean, I don't, but I get it. But there's a difference between falling in love with somebody over the phone or through text or through, them calling you on the phone and you're like, oh, I'm in love with this person. Okay, that's one thing. But then it gets to the point where you start sending a person money. Then that's why I have to draw the line. I can be in love with you all day, but I'm just like, wait a minute. You don't have family? You don't have friends? Like, these people are not asking. Why are you asking me for money and we've been talking for like a month or two? Why? If you're asking a person, information about themselves, they should be able to tell you that they have parents. Do they have brothers and sisters? They have friends. Why in the world would I be talking to somebody on a dating app online and we have never met? Why would I be stuck out somewhere and I would be like, oh, let me call this dude I'm talking to through Tinder? Why? Like, that makes no sense to me. I'm going to call my family. I'm going to call my friends. Hell, I'm going to call my 14-year-old son before I would call some dude on a dating app and ask him for, it had to be a life or death emergency situation with me or my children or something like that. But there's no way in hell that person who has family and friends and parents, why they would be talking to you on a dating app. I'm too old to play. I don't break my bread with nobody. Like I said, I just think that different cultures have different attitudes with money. I think that white people, I hate to say it, I'm not trying to sound racist, but I think Caucasians have a different attitude with money, especially the older generation, than younger generations do. And I think just white people just have a different upbringing, not all of them, upbringing with some people live in a generation where people would help people with money and people. I didn't grow up like that. Like I said, I grew up poor. I grew up in the hood. I grew up differently where even when I was growing up before the internet, before social media, before all of that, people have been scamming since the beginning of time. Like, people have been scamming people in person. People be trying to sell encyclopedias door by door. Y'all know. Remember, people knock on your door and they trying to sell vacuum cleaners, encyclopedias. Like, and the old people would just be like, okay, and they fall for it. People have been scamming since email started. People used to do them African Prince lottery scams through the email. So they got off of that. Amway, yeah. Like, people been scamming forever, even before the internet. So the idea that, like I said, my grandmother, these people would come to the door trying to sell something. My grandmother slammed the door in their face. Like, she's like, I don't have the money to spend. I'm not trying to hear it. No offense. I gotta go. And it would slam the door in their face. The idea that these people are like, well, I'm just trying to help them out. And they say they in Ukraine. And I believe that some of it, but like I said in my video, I think that a lot of it is that people like the ability to feel like they're swooping in and saving somebody. I think people feel like they got the money and they do feel obligated through emotions that they want to help this person because they love this person or fall in love with this person or like. But I think the other part of it is, I think there are some people's personalities that like the idea of saving people. They like the idea of, it makes them feel good to know that they got this person out of a bind, or they help this person out. I think some people really get off on that. Like it gives them like it stokes their endorphins. And then, like I said, the other part of it about it is why people talk to these people is because these people are texting them every day, calling them a lot of times every day. I mean, they are messaging them every day in the morning before they go to bed. And people like attention. It's like a drug. It's a high to them. Like they get used to a person talking to them all day, every day, and they're saying sweet things and they're blowing kisses, and so people just get used to the feeling of them feeling like they're important. They're feeling like I'm important, I'm getting attention, I'm getting love, and I'm getting affection. And a lot of times they know it's fake. When they confront these people and tell them, okay, this is what we found out, this is what happened, these people are like, uh-huh, uh-huh. They know. A lot of times they just need somebody to validate it. But deep down inside, they know that something's not right. They know that this person is scamming them. They know that something's not right. And they just go along with it anyway because they want to believe it's right. Yeah, it's like puppy love. But you would think that at an age that old, puppy love don't work. You know, they call it limerence now. It's like a parasocial relationship. Like when people become fans of groups and singers and they form a parasocial relationship, like they obsess over this person. They feel like the person is theirs and they feel like that they know this person's part of their life. It's like that. It's puppy love, it's parasocial, it's limerence, it's obsessive because they get used to the high of the attention. Like I said, people just can't stop because they used to this person calling them and texting them. And so when that stops, it's like a drug addict being cut off from their drugs. I'm so used to talking to this person every day and conversing with them every day that it's something that a person emotionally gets attached to. And it's not really what the person is saying, it's not saying. It's the act of I get a call from this person this many times a day before I go to bed. I'm used to them saying goodnight. And like I said, a lot of times the shit that these people talking, these scammers ain't even talking about nothing and they reading it from a script. Told me this and told me that. Honey, they didn't told you and 20 other people the same thing, men and women. They talking to you and they talking to other women and other men. Well, they told me this and they told me that, and they asked me how my mom was doing. Baby, they have a whole script. I said, tell people understand. Do you not understand that some of these people are at call centers writing and copying and pasting messages from a script? They literally have these screens popped up and they just copy and paste. They have an 18-page script they were showing online. And they literally, whatever the person say, they copy and paste it. Whatever, then they take the conversation another way. Oh, well, how was your day? Copy and paste. It was good. Go to the next person. It was good. Go to the next person. It was good. Oh, sweetie, I miss you. Next person. Oh, sweetie, I miss you. Next person. Oh, sweetie, I miss you. They're literally copying and pasting conversations to everybody. You're the most beautiful woman in the world. And damn well know that woman looks like a potato with a wig on. I'm like, literally, every other woman looks like a potato with a wig on. The men look like a thumb with a toupee. Like literally, these men are old, out of shape, balding, haggard, and they like my queen. All they're doing is copy paste. My queen, my queen, my queen, my queen. You are the most beautiful woman in the world. Copy paste. You are the most beautiful. Like there's nothing genuine about it. Like they not in love with you. All the things that they talked about, and then they talk about their kids and their past relationship. They got cheated on, or they're widowed, or they've been hurt before, and they have a kid to take care of. And here's a picture of me and my child. And my child, I love my kid. And you're a single mother, and I'm a single parent too. And isn't that great? Oh, you like him? Oh, I like him too. Oh, you like to breathe air? Oh my God, what a coincidence. I breathe air too. I'm just like, and I'm sitting there reading, and I freeze frame, and they'll show the screenshots, and I'm sitting there reading the text messages, and I'm going, but they not saying anything. Like, it's like conversations you have with like a 12-year-old. It's empty conversations. And then one episode, the dude like brought it up, and he was like, do you not understand that like every conversation y'all had, it's been like 2 or 3 words? Oh, baby, I love you. I love you too. Oh, honey, how was your day? It was great. How was your day? Like literally every conversation they had was 2 or 3 words. It was like, I really can't wait to meet you. Me too. Hey, babe, how are you? Hi, babe. Oh, I'm doing good. My day went this one, this one. Oh, that's good. Like they're not even engaging any real conversation. It's just like, that's good. That's great. Oh, that sounds great. Oh, God bless you. You're wonderful. That's awesome. You're so great. You're so smart. You're so handsome. Like literally, that was the just of these conversations. Nothing profound. Nothing. Not mine. Nothing deep. You're not having a conversation about religion or politics or life or death or birth. Then they get on the phone and have phone conversations with them. Oh, could you send money? Yeah, I really need that money. Then once they send the money, then they don't talk to them for the rest of the day. Then they text message them like, hey, I haven't talked to you. One lady was like, oh, I haven't talked to you in a week. And he's like, oh, yeah, I've been busy working. How are you? Like, this is, oh, I'm so in love. It's so in love with what? It's conversation. And I told people, y'all do know y'all can download a chat bot, a boyfriend app. They have boyfriend and girlfriend apps that you can create the person what they look like. And you would probably have more meaningful conversation with a chat bot on that app than these people. Because at least they talk about movies and TV. These people are not talking about nothing about that. They're in Africa. So they don't know anything about pop culture or politics or anything what's going on in where you're at. So I know if they're living in Nigeria somewhere, that they don't know what's going on in America. So what conversation could you possibly be having that they are just what they're doing called piggybacking? Oh, I really love music and movies. Oh, I do too. Oh, have you seen such and such movie? No, I haven't. Well, my favorite movie is this. Oh, I love that one too. It's called piggybacking. That's all they're doing is responding to what you like and what you don't like. And they're just saying, I like that too. Again, you can get better conversation downloading Replica. Replica is a app where you can create your own person, male or female. You can create what they look like, and I promise you, I downloaded the app, and you can have more profound conversations. Then I like to breathe. Oh, so do I. Oh, I like pasta. Oh, I do too. I like to cook. Oh, I like to cook too. What do you like to cook? I don't know, lasagna. I mean, they make up the most generic, and I'm like, this is what y'all fell in love with? This is how they be getting them? All you got to do is have lame ass conversation and be like, oh, you're wonderful and handsome. Oh, you're so handsome. Oh, you're so wonderful. I love talking to you so much. That's all you got to say to be getting men like men these days? That's all? I'll be like, ladies, men, that's all? I would want to talk to somebody. We got to have meaningful conversations. I got to have intelligent conversations. I can't be sitting there just talking about, well, this happened on my day and da-da-da, and they like, How was your day? Oh, it was stressful, or it was good, or, I went for a walk today. Like, it is nothing, these conversations with these men and women, these scammers, is nothing profound. So I don't understand how, I said people, that just proves how desperate and lonely people are. I don't know whether to laugh or cry, because it just shows you how desperate these people are. I can't be the conversation. Yeah, and then the thing about it is, when they talk about it, they don't even recognize it, y'all. They don't even recognize that the conversation, that they're really making up things in their head. You understand what I'm saying? They're like, oh, we talk about everything. We have everything in common, and then you're like, you want to tell them so bad, but the conversation you're having is they're barely responding with more than like 2 or 3 words. Like, they're making it up in their head. That's what was really crazy. They don't understand that, like, in their head, they're making the conversation more profound than what it is, more deep than what it is. Oh, we just talk all the time. No, you're liking this person because they're texting you and they're calling you all the time. But then every time they're texting and talking, it's not anything deep or meaningful. So I'm just like, people fall for this. I'm like, well, why? Why? Then I just, my friend was like, well, people are so desperate and lonely. And I'm like, I've never been that desperate and lonely in my life. But I said, like, again, I said that part I get, because people like attention. They like people that's going to text you all the time and talk to you all the time. And then the women are like, well, we talked and he didn't even mention anything about sex. And, especially women who have experienced dating online, knowing that men online, a lot of times they just want to talk about, when are they going to meet you so they can get it all? So I understand that a lot of times people are looking for meaningful conversations and human contact, and being on online dating is very difficult. But the point is, I draw the line at sending money. Now, when motherfuckers start asking for money, I don't care what kind of conversation we had. I'm not trying to help you. I'm gonna be like, don't you have brother, sister, uncle? I don't have the money. And then the moment you start telling them you don't have the money, then they disappear. And then they see, you blocked, and they're like, oh, well, and then they won't respond back to you if you tell me you ain't got no money. So that just kind of tells you. But then on a lot of levels, I think that some people do give these people money knowing that they're going to still talk to you. If I just give them this money, they'll still talk to me. If I just let them borrow this money, or if I transfer this money out of my account to another account, I know that they're going to keep contacting me. They have to contact me. So I think on a lot of level, people know what the deal is, but they feel like if they give into the demands, this person won't stop talking to me. And some people, they didn't told people on the show that the people are fake, and they still wanted to talk to them. They still would, like, either they didn't want to believe it, or they like, well, I don't care whether they fake or not, because they like the feeling of the way the person talked to them. And that's even more sad. And like I said, I can live 1,000 years. Being single may not be fun all the time. Some people can't be single. There's just some people out there that just don't want to be single. And I get it, because we all need human companionship. But then there's a lot of people out there that don't want to work at it. There are people on online dating talking about they can't meet anybody, and then they keep meeting these people in Germany and France who said they're in German and France. They say that's where they're at. But I'm like, if you're really trying to meet somebody online that you can talk with and meet, why are you cast a net to people worldwide? Because a lot of these men that they meet online through like online dating apps, they don't live locally. They don't say they live locally. They don't pretend to live locally. They are like, oh, I'm working on an oil rig in Dubai or Germany, or they may say they live in America, but they not in America at that time. So why would you even pursue a relationship with somebody that doesn't live there? Why would you talk? Why would have a woman send you a DM on Facebook, and then turns out that she lives in Ukraine or something? Why would you talk to somebody in another country knowing that you're looking for companionship? Knowing that it's hard enough to start a relationship, period, much less somebody in another country, in another culture, another language. But they know these people don't live here. Like a lot of them are like, oh, I live in Ukraine, I live in France, I'm in Italy, or in military scams. I'm stationed in whatever. So damn well you're gonna have to buy a plane ticket, and you got to go through all that. Why can't you just? And then they get on the show and they're like, well, I can't find anybody where I live. No, honey. The point is, you haven't looked, or you don't want to find somebody where you're at. Like, you'd rather sit on the phone and on the internet and conduct a relationship, because I feel a lot of times it's easier for them. They don't have to get up and meet somebody and meet them in person and see them. A lot of them have self-esteem issues. So the idea of somebody meeting them in person, a lot of these people just want to sit on the internet all day. That's all they do, is sit on the internet, especially the ones that are retired and their kids is out the house. They just want to sit on the internet all day. They don't want to have a meaningful relationship. They don't want to get up and actually get dressed and meet somebody. It's just easier for them to talk to somebody in another country. I think a lot of that's what that is. Because I'm like, why do you keep talking to people in other countries or other states? Why would you not want to talk to somebody locally? Because they don't want to meet nobody, really. They don't. They want the fantasy. It's all romanticized online. Easy to dream. Yes, they want easy. Because if they met somebody local, then there's a chance that, okay, they really got to meet somebody. And a lot of these people, like I said, I call BS, because they're like lonely and I want to date and I just want to meet somebody. But I'm like, do they really want to meet somebody though? Do they really want to meet somebody? Because I'll be sitting there going, a lot of times I just feel like people don't really want to meet somebody when that gets scammed and catfish. I just feel like they like the distance. That's what I'm saying. They like the distance. They really are not invested in meeting somebody near them. Like I said, the same thing with my mother when she was talking to that dude from Nigeria. I was like, I told my mom, you can get online and meet somebody here in Texas, or around the corner, somebody locally. My mother never went online and signed up to try to meet anybody locally. She never once got online. She never put in any effort to join a club or go out to a bar and meet somebody locally. She was happy sitting on the phone watching TV and spending hours on the phone with this person and text messaging this person all day. May she rest in peace. But my mother was not interested in meeting a real guy out somewhere because she could have easily met a man out somewhere. My mom could have easily got online, went to a bar. I could have took her anywhere she wanted to take, and we could have went out and we joined single groups, meetup groups. If my mom really wanted to meet a dude locally, she could have done that. My mom was not an ugly woman; she was an attractive woman, and there was nothing wrong with her. She could have easily met a man her age out somewhere, but she never put in any effort to try to go meet a man out because again, it was easier for her to sit on the phone with this person for hours and talk to them. I think at one time when we lived in our old house, like 4 or 5 years ago, there was a dude that was trying to talk to her, and and meet up with her, and she met him like one time, and then that was it. I don't never knew what would happen, but that was it. And I was like, okay, I don't know if she met him on Facebook or whatever, but she met him one time, met up with him one time, and then that was it. Like nothing happened, blah blah blah. And he was a guy that was like around her age, a black dude, and that was it. And then after that, she never met up with nobody like locally. And I would ask her all the time, just go online. Well, no, I don't want to go online dating apps. I don't want to do all that. What do you mean you don't want to do all that? Like it's literally not that hard. You set up a profile, and that don't take very long. And then next thing you know, people are sending you messages or do Facebook dating. She's like, no, I don't want to do all that. That's not my thing. So you rather have somebody she send you a message who's a scammer? And a lot of these people, especially the older ones, that's what they want. They want they like the idea of somebody sending them a message talking about, hey, how you doing? Blah 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 blah. They don't want to sit there and get on a dating app and sort through profiles and da da da. They rather just have somebody send them a message on Instagram and Facebook and come to them. Some of them, not everybody, but some of them. But I know from my mom that was very much true. Like she would get messages. That wasn't the first time she had fell victim to a scammer. She was talking to another dude for like 2 years, and when she lived in Michigan, and he was a scammer. So it wasn't her first rodeo. And I told her, I said, this dude's a scammer. Like she would ask me questions, what about this, and what about that, and what about that? I said, Mom, that dude's a scammer. And I did some more digging, and it turned out, yes, the dude was a whole scammer. And that he had messaged her on Facebook. And I'm like, why do you let these dudes message you on Facebook? Why don't you make your account private? Why don't you can stop all of this? But again, I think my mother, she liked the attention. She liked to have some dude sending her a message talking about, hey, beautiful, how are you? What's your name? Blah, blah, blah. My name is blah. I think she liked that. I think it was better for her than to get on a dating app, in my opinion. And and a lot of these people, I'm like, if they really wanted to find somebody, they could. But they just don't want to put the effort into it. They rather just sit here and talk to this scammer, and they have a good a done deal. They can send them money. They'll still keep talking to them. I can live 1,000 years and don't understand people. I wouldn't. I don't care how desperate, how lonely, how horny, how sick I get. There's no way in hell I'm gonna sit there and send money to nobody for nothing. Besides my children. My children get my money. That's about it. There is no way in hell I would fall victim to that. I would get that lonely to where I'm online cupcaking and puppy love with somebody I've never met before. I want to see somebody. I want to hold their hand. I want to touch them. I want to be next to them. Like I talking over the phone and video, quote unquote, video chatting and text messaging is not enough for me. It's not for me. I need physical intimacy. I need time with this person. I need to see how they act in public. I just, I want to be with somebody holding their hand. I like physical affect. I like physical contact, physical affection. I like hugs. I like kisses. I like all that. So, that talking to somebody about hugging them and kissing them, that's not going to hit. That's not going to cut it, y'all. So, but anyway, I'm finna get off this live. I am done. It's time for me to go and get in my PJs and nurse my leg. And I think I'll probably put my leg brace back on while I hobble everywhere. Good night, GSP. Good night, everybody else has been here. Dustin, Jacqueline, everybody else, all my lurkers and watchers who come on here and watch my other videos. Like I said, I did a whole catfish video. Go take a look at that. I'll be back later on this week, maybe. I don't know. And then, like I said, y'all check out, hi Dustin. Y'all check out Nomadic Kitty, which is my other channel. Yes, Nomadic Kitty. I think I have 20 subscribers so far on Nomadic Kitty. I just posted a video today or this morning. I have it set on a timer, so and I'm gonna post another video in another couple of days. Nomadic Kitty, that's my new channel. Look at Eric. He said I caught the last 5 minutes and sub. Well, Eric, you can always go back and watch, and I appreciate you subbing, Eric. Y'all know that like more than half of my audience is men. Like I find that really, really strange. But I ain't mad at y'all. That more than half of my audience is men. Like 55% of my audience is men. Men. Like I'm like, what men are watching me? Because every time I do lives and the people that comment is mostly women. I don't have a lot of men commenting on my videos. It's mostly women. And the women that do comment are ones that I know, like GSP, like you and Nisi G and a bunch of other people. But I learned that like 52% of my subscribers are men. And a lot of my viewers are men. So I don't know. I will send you the link to I'll put it in the description and I'll also put it in a comment on this video. So yeah, check in my description and I'll put it in the comments too. So you can link to Nomadic Kitty. It's a travel channel. So I just post videos about culture and travel and stuff like that. And then, yeah, it's Nomadic Kitty. You can Google search it. Not Google search it, but YouTube search it. And it's not me on camera. It's videos. It's not me, it's not me on camera. Thank God, because I don't want to be on camera. Men have mothers too. Oh, men have mothers too? Of course they do. Yeah, I understand that. I understand. I'm not hating. I'm glad you're here. But yeah, I know men have mothers and sisters and grandmothers who, who go through being scammed and everything like that too. So I understand. And then like I said, a lot of my content, I would think it would be more geared toward women, but you know what? I don't underestimate men for nothing, because again, the men are silent. Like they come here and they watch and they lurk around. They like, hey, Oh no, that's okay, Eric. I will take anything. Yeah, I appreciate the compliment. Not snooty at all. But the men y'all come on here and I was like, dang, like I don't think. Like I always thought like no men watch me, like maybe one or two, or maybe some of my exes. Let me stop. I like to say hi to my exes who gonna watch this video. Shout out. Love y'all. Boom, boom, bang, bang. I say hi to my exes because I have several exes that subscribe to my channel. And I know they get on here and lurk and watch. Even the ones that are married. How's the kids? Because I have some exes that are married. And they got kids and they come on here and they watch me and they lurk. And I appreciate them. I appreciate all my exes that get on here and lurk and watch me. Cause then like 2 weeks later, I'll get a message and be like, I saw your video. Hey boy, you were looking good. That's how I know they be watching me. Cause at 3 o'clock in the morning, I get a text message talking about, hey, what are you doing? I saw your YouTube video the other day. You looking good. I was like, all right, thanks. Yeah. How's your wife and your children? That's what I be telling them. Because I got at least 3 exes that got wife and kids, and they come on here and they watch my videos and just look and lust and yearn for the olden days. Back in the day when me and Miss Kiki were together and she was giving some good top, Let me stop being bad, y'all. It's too look like when it gets late, y'all know I get a little stir crazy. But yeah, shout out to my exes. I appreciate them subscribing. I appreciate them watching on the low. I appreciate all you men watching. Like I said, if nobody says that they love you today, Miss Kiki loves you. All these men out here watch my videos. I love y'all. And I know some of y'all come on here just to try to look at my cleavage real quick. Because one dude told me, he was like, you know what? I just come on here to see your boobies. I was like, well, you know what, sir? At least you're honest. You're honest. I did. I had some dude tell me that. They were like, We just come watch you because we think you're pretty. I was like, oh, okay, well, you know what? As long as you subscribe, and I don't care why you come here. I don't care what you do to my videos, Leo. I mean, I put on this top, y'all. I'm sweating like it's hot. Like in Texas, it's like 80 degrees, and I think my son turned the AC off. So I'm like sweating, y'all. Y'all see my face is moist because I'm sweating. I'm like sweating. And then this ring light is real hot. Your girl be going through it tonight. But I thought I'd throw on some lipstick and throw on some hair and then try to look a little presentable for y'all, especially when I'm doing videos talking about dating and stuff, you know. Because like I said, I like to end with this. The narrative is out there that men only like young women, and I keep telling people all the time that men like attractive women. It don't matter how old you are, men like attractive women who are fit. Like it doesn't matter if you're 50, it doesn't matter if you're 20. Men like attractive women. I tell men this, stupid men this. Real men understand. They like, yeah, you're right. I know, because I tell men this all the time. Like I tell women this all the time because there's some really, really strange narratives in the past 5 years about men. And I'm like, I've dated enough men, all married ones, black ones, white ones, Hispanic ones. And I was like, I don't know what these people are talking about. Old ones, young ones, and people are like, oh, well, women over 30, they hit the wall. I'm like, what y'all talking about? I'm like, I'm way over 30. Okay. I'm like, what wall? What I'm like, what are we talking about? Like, I was like, shit. I got 25-year-olds who are like, hey ma, hey mommy, hey mommy, hey mommy. I'm like, you are young enough to be my child for real. Cause I'm old as dirt. Like I'm old. So I just say shout out to all the old women out there who are over the age of 45. Then that means you're in my demographic because this girl is almost 50 and this girl pulls 25-year-olds all the time. All the time. I have dudes always like, how old are you? How old are you? What's your name? How old are you? I'm like, okay. all day, every day. So, I mean, not all day, every day, but all the time. I have people that think I'm real young. Maybe it's the braces. But especially when I got my braces, then people really think I'm young. Especially when I'm like out and about and I'm just dressed real casual, like jeans and a t-shirt, then people really think I'm a little kid. Like people really think when I say little kid, I don't mean little kid. When people think I'm like in my 30s. And I'm just like, I'm not. And then I look at them like, 30s? I appreciate the compliment, but I'm not. And I just tell people all the time that men like beautiful women. It doesn't matter if I'm like Jennifer Aniston, Halle Berry. These are beautiful women that are old women. I mean, yeah, y'all know Jennifer Aniston is 55. 55. 55. Right. Do y'all know that Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion are in their 30s? That Nicki Minaj is like damn near nearly 40. Like, so the idea that like once you hit 30, your looks go down. No, you not all the time. There are some beautiful women that have stayed beautiful all their lives. Like Jennifer Lopez is like 50 something and she is gorgeous. She's a gorgeous woman. I mean, you know, like if you were a gorgeous woman at 25, most likely by the time you hit 30, you're still going to be gorgeous in 35. Not unless you just gain a whole bunch of weight and let it go downhill. But most of the time, if you are a banger a banger. If you're a banger at 30, you're going to be most likely, if you keep up with yourself, you're going to be a banger at 50. Like I look better now than I did when I was in my 20s. I was overweight. I was a size 26. To me, I've definitely hit my peak. Like I'm peaking. This is peak Kiki. Like I didn't look like this. Like I was overweight. I was frumpy. I didn't look anything like this in my 20s at all. Even in my 30s, but I was married then, so I didn't care really. My husband didn't care. He still loved me, but I look like this now. I mean, and this is, like I said, me, no makeup on, nothing. It's just me, some lipstick on. So, when I'm really dressed up and dolled up and I have eyeliner and all that kind of stuff, then my face is beat to the gods and people really think I'm like 35 years old and I'm just, or 40, which is a compliment. If people say I'm 40, that's a fucking compliment. 40, I'll take 40. I'll take 40 all day. Like 40? People like, oh, you're 40? I'm like, yeah, okay. People are like shocked. They're like, wait a minute, I was being generous. I thought really you was 30 something. I was like, oh no, 40 is generous. 40 is generous. So I just say that men like pretty women. You don't have to be a sexy 30-year-old. You can just be sexy. And men will like you. You know, men are attracted, people are attracted to good looking people. A guy doesn't have to be 25-year-old for me to be attracted to him. If you're fit, if you're good looking, if you're 35, 40 years old, there are men out there who are in their 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s who are very good, who are nice, put together, fit, attractive men. So you can be attractive at any age. You don't have to be 30 to be attractive. I tell people that all the time, you don't have to be a 25-year-old woman to be attractive. It's not like all of us were attractive, and it's not like every 25 or 30-year-old chick is attractive. There's some 30 attractive women that are overweight, frumpy. Like age has nothing to do with beauty. If you're a beautiful girl, you're going to be a beautiful girl. You're going to be a beautiful woman. If you're a good-looking man, 9 times out of 10, you're a good-looking man. It doesn't matter that you're 50. A good-looking 50-year-old man is a good-looking man. Period. Period. End of discussion. Whether my requirement for me, you don't have to be 20 years old to be good looking. You're not. And like I said, the standard of beauty is based on culture and where you're at. But generally speaking, people know handsome and good looking people when they see it. And like I said, I'm not trying to flex, but generally speaking, people think I'm pretty attractive. So people are like, I think I'm pretty cute. So I mean, some days, yeah, more than others, but I'm like, yeah, I do all right. I do all right. But again, I was blessed with good genetics. I was blessed with coming from a family where my grandmother was 75 and she looked like she was 50. That's just luck of the draw, just good genetics. I have melanin in my skin. People with melanin in their skin, we don't age like it. Black don't crack. I keep telling people that. Melanin in your skin, then you really don't age that good. Same, but the same thing with Asians too. Asians, most of the time, they be 70 years old and they look like they about 40. So, Asian men and women don't really age. They really age well. And then people of African descent, we age pretty well. It's just genetics, just a luck of the draw. Like it's just how it is. It depends on facial structure, genetics, and everything. It's just how it is. So I'm not trying to toot my horn or flex or nothing like that. I don't think I'm all that. I think I'm okay. But when it comes to youth, I eat right. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. So that's how I got here. That's how I got to looking young. I didn't do too much. I do take care of my skin though. That's the one thing. I try to stay out the sun. I try to put a lot of stuff on my, I have like a whole regimen, especially living in Texas and it's hot here because the heat is the worst thing. The sun is the worst thing for your skin to age you. But one of these days I might go get Botox or something like that, and then I'm gonna come on here looking like a 12-year-old, y'all. But anyway, I gotta go. I didn't talk enough, y'all. It's time for me to go. I appreciate everybody being here. You guys have a nice day. I'm gonna get my sweaty self up out of here. Whoosh, sweaty. Bye. Sweaty, 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 sweaty. I'm sweaty.